Holy Emmanuel I, Selassie I, Jah, Rastafari. Welcome, welcome each and everyone as we come on the virtual platform to celebrate in pre-celebration of our Imperial Majesty's Earth Day, July 23rd, 1892. Faith of our fathers living still, in spite of dungeon, fire, and sword. Oh, how our heart beats high with joy whenever we hear that glorious word. Our fathers chained in prisons dark were still in heart and conscience free, and blessed would be their children's faith through they like them should live for thee. Faith of our fathers, God's great power, shall soon our nations win for thee, and through the truth that comes from God, mankind shall then indeed be free. Faith of our fathers, we will love, both friend and foe in all our strife, and preach thee too as love knows how, by kindly words and virtuous life. Faith of our fathers, holy faith, we will be true to thee for life. Holy Emmanuel I, Selassie I, Jah, Rastafari. Behold how good and how pleasant it is for us, brethren and sisters, to dwell together in unity and love. It's like the precious ointment upon our head that went down onto our bed. Even Aaron's beard that went down onto the skirts of his garment. As the dew of Hermon, and as the dew that descend upon the mountain of Zion. For may the Lord commanded his majesty blessings, even life and love forevermore. So hail our God, Selassie I, Jehovah God, Rastafari. Our Almighty God, Rastafari, great and terrible God, Rastafari, the Almighty God. Jah, who seated in Zion and reign the heart of all flesh. O thou most high, eternal Father, Jehovah God, Rastafari. Hear us and bless us, O Lord, keep and sanctify us all. And cause thy holy face to shine upon us, thy children, that we shall be saved and redeemed. O thou most high God, Jah, Rastafari. Faith of our fathers, holy faith, we will be true to thee for life. I, Selassie I, Jah, Rastafari. Give thanks, my Lord and Empress, and we will move the program going forward to the Honorable Empress, the Royal Choir, Empress Macy and Honorable Priest Daniel, to give us the opening hymn. Come ye that love far I, my Lord and Majesty.
Holy Emmanuel I, Selassie I, Jah, Rastafari. Heart of celebration to everyone. Give thanks alive and the mighty life giver. Give thanks for this blessed celebration day as we celebrate continually the EARTHSTRONG of our ever-living King, King Selassie I, Jah, Rastafari. Our opening for this mighty celebration of our King of Kings. Come ye that love, for I, and let your joys be known. Join in a song with sweet accord and dust around your throat. We are marching to Zion, beautiful Zion. We are marching upward to Zion, beautiful city of God. Holy Emmanuel I, Selassie I, Jah, Rastafari. So it's a well-known hymn, same way, you know. I will just go straight into it, same way. All right. We know the year of this, our blessed hymn freely rise continually. You know, we don't know, patiently listen and eventually join in. Sweet melodious singing, 1, 2, clapping. My Lord and Empress. I like to put it on yeah. Just try to get it on the. Come ye that love for I, and let your joys be known. Come ye that love for I, let your joys be known. Let your joys be known. Join in a song with sweet accord. 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 And the sound of joy. We are marching to Zion. We are marching to Zion. Beautiful Zion. Beautiful, beautiful Zion. We are marching up to Zion. Marching up to Zion. Beautiful city of God. The beautiful city of God. The blues to sing. Let those refuse to sing. Never know what God. Oh, never know what God. Children of our heavenly King. Children of our but children of our heavenly King, but children of our speak our joy, God, speak our joy. We're marching to Zion, we're beautiful, beautiful Zion. Beautiful, beautiful Zion. Where's not Zion? In a beautiful Zion. Beautiful city of God. Beautiful city of God. Hills of Zion. The hills of Zion. Thousand sacred trees. Before we reach our heavenly field, before we reach our heavenly field, before we reach our heavenly field, before we reach our golden stream. Thou art the golden. We are marching to Zion. We are marching to Zion. Beautiful, beautiful Zion. Beautiful, beautiful Zion. We are marching across to Zion. In our precious, beautiful city of God, the beautiful city of God. Lord, what is our opening name? We are marching to Zion. Beautiful, beautiful Zion. Beautiful Zion. We are marching up to Zion. Marching up to Zion. Beautiful city of God. Beautiful city of God. Then let our songs abound. Let our songs abound. Never tears be dry. We are marching through Emmanuel ground. We are marching through Emmanuel ground. We are marching through Emmanuel ground. Beautiful, beautiful Zion. Beautiful,
Beautiful Zion.
Abreast of Zion, marching abreast of
Word Zion.
coming for us. Are marching to Zion, where beautiful, beautiful Zion, beautiful, beautiful Zion. We are marching to Zion, chain up to Zion. Beautiful city of God, beautiful city of God. Call me that love pariah, call me that love pariah. Let the judge know, let the judge know. Join us and with sweet accord, join in. Song with sweet accord, join in a song with sweet accord, join in the song with sweet and the sorry. We are marching to Zion, where I'm into Zion. Beautiful Zion, beautiful, beautiful Zion. We are marching up to Zion, marching up to Zion. Beautiful city of God. Beautiful city of God. That let our songs are born coming down. Then let our songs are born. Every tears be dry. Every tears be dry. We are marching to Emmanuel ground. We are marching to Emmanuel ground. We are marching to Emmanuel ground. We are marching to Emmanuel. To a field to a field. We are marching to Zion. beautiful Diana, beautiful, beautiful city of God, beautiful city Thy kingdom come, O Lord, thy rule of right today now. Break with thy iron rod the tyrannies of sin. Where is thy reign of peace, of purity and love? When shall all hatred cease from in the realms above? And that bright and golden morning when the Son of Man shall come, the radiance of his glory we shall see. Goodness of celestial we shall meet him in the land. And forever in flash I present I and I want to be. Oh, the King is surely coming and the time is drawing nigh. What a gathering of the ransom in the summer land of love. And so through all length of days I could just fail it never. Ride on his majesty and Lord above, ride on to live. We shall have a grand time. Walking with King Alpha. Singing hallelujah. Oh, yeah.
Rastafari.
To everyone, each and everyone out of celebration. What a joyful moment and a joyful day it's gonna be. As we give our praise to our King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, the conquering lion. Oh, yeah,
Rastafari.
my Lord and Empress. We know,
Majesty
service to
bless, my Lord and Empress. Royal rendition of such a opening hymn. We do give thanks. And before we bring on Honorable Priest Knuckles with our opening welcome, we want to inform all who are here today that this reason is an interactive reason. So a section of the reason will be offered up where everyone have a presentation, a 3-minute open window where you could present a little reasoning, a presentation or something. But the man say, no, he's not no Bucky master. He say, but if we can reason together, we can bring ourselves to our right. Holy Emmanuel, HAILE SELASSIE, yeah, Rastafari. So we call upon the Honorable Priest Knuckles, my Lord and Majesty, and a slight and a gentle reminder that it's a camera day. So when we're doing it, if from we are speaking or addressing the congregation, we'd kindly ask if we could turn on the camera, my Lord and Empress. Majesty, Honorable Priest.
Royal family, give thanks. Give thanks for life. Honorable Majesty, are you hearing me?
Yes, my Lord.
Okay. First of all, we give thanks for life, you know? And thanks for this opportunity to give thanks for life. Give thanks to this joyous occasion that brings us to this opportunity, you know? Glorify the 132nd EARTHSTRONG of our divine Emperor. And we come together today to magnify and glorify his name. Jah Rastafari. So while and I give thanks for King Omega, our father and mother of creation. We give thanks for our divine prophet that did say, when we see the king crowned in Ethiopia, take him for our God and King. So Today, from that perspective, we shall rejoice and share in the divine teachings of our divine emperor, the living word of God in flesh. Now, we go back a little to the history of the prophet who did declare unto us that when we see the king crowned in Ethiopia, take him for our God and king. From that point, him say, I and I, black people, must worship a black God. I and I, black people, must worship the God of Ethiopia. And we give thanks to see the fulfillment come to fruit. For that was the seed that the honorable plant, the honorable prophet plant, that became what is known as Rastafari, the African spiritual revolution to free us from colonialism. We give thanks that the prophet did point us to Ethiopia, Africa, wherein I and I point our focus. And we did such shift from Eurocentric to Afrocentric. I and I find history within such books as Negas, Negas, the destruction of the African civilization, and all of these books that are Afrocentric and give us history and prophecy to guide us. In the Negas, it shows us of the extended relationship between Queen of Sheba and Solomon, king of Israel at the time. And we learn of the son, Menelik the first. Now, this marriage was and bringing in of the Solomonic throne into the more ancient throne of Ethiopia that was 2,000 years older than the Solomonic throne. This marriage bring forth the story of the transfer of the Ark of the Covenant to Ethiopia. And we understand that the Ark of the Covenant represents the symbol of power for the tribe of Judah and the Judaic faith. So within the culture of Ethiopia, as we study, I hear the Dr. Miguel Brooks, I think he means that translate the Kebra, say that in their oral tradition in Ethiopia, it is said that in the last days, the ark shall be uncloistered or become uncovered, unsheathed, and taken to itself flesh again. And I as Rastafari recognize that in the birth of Emperor HAILE SELASSIE I. Birth as Rastafari Makonnen on the 23rd of July, 1892, the fulfillment of the living word of God in flesh. Well, Emmanuel I, Selassie I, Jah, Rastafari. So today, we are going to highlight and glorify and magnify the Lord, the Honorable Emperor HAILE SELASSIE I, and recognize within his speeches and his word the framework for all humanity to come to the fulfillment of God in flesh. The way how man think, act, and live amongst one another to bring forth that peace that all man desire and the construct them call Zion. Give thanks to this day of celebration continuously, and we give thanks for this Council of Elders and the Women's Freedom Liberation League, Ethiopian Women's Freedom Liberation League, join hands together to bring forth this moment of enlightenment, this moment of appreciation of God in flesh amongst each other. Let us with an open and gladsome mind take the task, do the work, for our God is kind. Well, Emmanuel, I, Selassie,
Rastafari.
One happy celebration to all sons and daughters of the earth near and far, my Lord and Empress, from the Council of Elders, from all the elders of the Ethiopia Africa Black International Congress, worldwide to all Ethiopian sons and daughters. Happy celebration, my Lord and Empress. Blessed.
Majesty bless, Honorable Priest Knuckles, to give thanks for such a warm welcome to each and everyone. We glorify and give thanks, and a little word in, we have noticed since the COVID, Jah has given us a different way of even linking with each other, a more closer way, seeing that we are international, so we are in different countries. So, we must see the mysticness of the mighty Father, how he is moving through, and he never leave us alone yet. So we give thanks even for these moments where we far apart can share a virtual space together, my Lord and Empress, the King of the Father. And continuing with our program, we call upon the Honorable Priest Seven, my Lord, with a quote of His Majesty.
Oh, blessed love, Honorable Chairman, royal, audience and congregation, give thanks, true-hearted celebration, to the worldwide family of Rastafari, and all Black Ethiopian sons and daughters near and far. We give thanks and glorify this blessed, this time of, jubilation and thanksgiving, unto our God and King. HAILE Selassie.
Jah.
Rastafari. My Lord and Empress.
My Lord.
Yeah, so I would just read a short quote from His Majesty. Mighty word, sound, and power, No one should question the fate of others, for no human being can judge the ways of God, said the Black God. King Selassie, Jah. Rastafari. Yes, my Lord and Empress, I love this quote. I see this quote as a humanitarian quote, because it shows us that, in all human beings, in all people have a faith, right? And we couldn't judge the faith of others because the faith in one is their faith in God, their aspirations and godly works, even though they might have different methods of doing it, So it shows us still that God is in the flesh of all people. That's why I say it's a humanitarian quote, Yeah, so I would even like to bring a remembrance from the scriptures of what faith really means, as Hebrews chapter 11. Now, faith is a substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. For by it the elders obtain a good report. Through faith, we understand that the worlds were framed by the word of God, so that things which are seen were not made things which do appear. Right? You see it? So, as I said, through faith, the worlds were framed, by the word of God. You see it? So, a person's faith brings manifestation, So we couldn't doubt, what a person can manifest by having faith in God, no matter the human being, no matter what denomination they belong to or whatever method they have, But this is the same God and flesh philosophy which the Honorable King Emmanuel has taught us, You see it? So we couldn't judge the faith, you know, or the godly aspiration of any human being, you know, because as it says, same way, no human being can judge the ways of God, you know. So the same faith is in all human beings, you see it, and we couldn't judge that, you know, my Lord and Empress. Give thanks for the moment, you know, bless the Lord.
Majesty bless, honorable priest. And, you know, if anyone would like to reiterate or comment a short reply to that, the floor is open, my Lord and Empress. Well, moving forward, even on that, you know, what it inspires in me is to see that first, you know, you have to save yourself. And Marcus Garvey tell us, race first. So that quote shows I the word Black solidarity across the board, wherein we don't let the fate of our brothers and sisters become a wall, you know. Faith, you know, in trust in the God of love, you know, is a rallying point, you know. So brothers and sisters of other faith, you know, can intermingle, can have upward reasoning, can seek for a free Africa. Holy Emmanuel, Selassie,
Rastafari.
So we give thanks for that quote and honorable 3/7, and moving forward with our program, celebration program, 152 years in this dispensation of His Majesty. We now call upon the honorable priest German to give us a biography of the honorable King Emperor HAILE SELASSIE Rastafari. Honorable priest German, royal producer, my lord. We're not hearing you. They are hearing him?
No.
Technical difficulties. We're not hearing you and I have a praise. These are some of the little shortcomings in the virtual world, so bear with us, you know, as the priest adjusts him technical things. Yeah.
Honorable Priest Germain, could you unmute your mic?
Blessed love, my Lord and Empress.
My Lord. Yes, honorable priest.
Oh, give thanks, give thanks. Holy Emmanuel, Selassie, Rastafari. Give thanks to him for this day of celebration. Give thanks to him for the Black Christ salvation. Holy Emmanuel, Selassie,
Rastafari.
Lord and Empress, give thanks even worldwide, you know. Give thanks to him for I and I tuning in to even view such a splendid and wonderful program. At this point in the program, I will encourage ones and ones to click the subscribe button, you know, like this program, because we send this vibes there worldwide for ones and ones to touch the hearts of many, you know. And we give thanks for the education that we bring forward through the Elder Council and the programs that we put on, you know. We give thanks also for the Black Christ, that even within I, that even doing such works. We give thanks him for the Elder Council, give thanks him for the Woman Freedom Liberation League in such collaboration. And we give thanks for all that even viewing at this hour. Jehovah, Rastafari. So we are here now to celebrate, you know, the birth of His Majesty. And I will go forward in giving a short bio of HAILE Selassie's birth, from a book called Rastafari Over Illuminati, The Conspiracy Against His Majesty Haile Selassie I, by Ras John Farai. Chapter 1. On July 23rd, 1892, the year of John, the Christ came back in his second advent. Rastafari Mekanen came in the flesh as promised in the Bible. Ethiopia at the time was going through one of the worst drought and famine in its history. Then, once the birth of this special child, it all stopped, as reported at the time, a historical fact. His firstborn name to the world as Tafari, which said to mean head creator, but in fact, that his Amharic personal name, Tafari, alone means one to be feared, awed, and so he was. The coming of this child was 1 in a million since the time of Christ. When Christ was born, the planets of the universe aligned themselves, and this is a sign of a great person to be born, astronomers say. There was the worst drought and famine in Ethiopia that ever have been seen before, or since the days before he was born. Ethiopia purged itself to accept him, and now Ethiopia purged itself to accept Jah children. For the time we repatriate. There is a story about Haile Selassie in his youth. His earlier father and mother was astounded by his vast knowledge and wisdom of and from the Bible. They brought in priests to talk with him, to ask him where he knew all the things from. Haile Selassie first, as a child, knew about ancient books that were not printed in the Bible, like the 8th, 9th, and 10th books of Moses and the Dead Sea Scrolls. He would know word for word, line for line. The priest would ask him questions, and he would call them to tell them the answer in their ears, and the answer he would give frightened the Ethiopian priests away, and some would never return again to see him. At one time, there were 2 priests talking to young Tafari, who had claimed he talked to animals and the wild beasts in the jungles of Ethiopia. One of the priests asked Tafari to draw one of these animals. So Tafari requested crayons and a piece of paper and began to draw it formed into a dove of brilliant multicolors. And before the priest could question Tafari about the bird on the page, he was dumbfounded when he saw it arise off the paper and flew through the window. The 2 priests historically left the place and never returned. These accounts have been also written and recorded in the excellent and well-detailed book on Bob and Timothy White entitled Catch a Fight. And it is a fact on July 23rd, 1892, a child by the name of Tafari Mekanen was born in Ejasa, Goram, near the city of Harar. This child was a direct descendant of the biblical King Solomon of Jerusalem and Queen Makeda, Queen of Sheba, the southlands of Ethiopia. Indeed, his bloodlines have been traced back to Solomon's grandfather Jesse, the blackest Jew the world ever knew. Tafari was later named Ras by the Ethiopic Church in recognition of his royalty, striking handsomeness, extraordinarily soft-spoken, and indifferential personality. He was with a minor appointment as governor of Selah in a small and insignificant corner of the realms. located at the northwest imperial city of Addis Ababa. He was also the southern frontier of Ethiopia to serve as governor of Sidoma province. And I will end there and pause there. I would like to say, that as we can see through some of the historical facts, the biological, tellings of Tafari, he was born with a lot of mystics surrounding him, even from the day he was born, even, ending that drought in Ethiopia that lasted for quite some time, 7 years to be exact. So we see, that this child came really to, in 1892, like they say, 400 years after 1492, So Rastafari, Haile Selassie I, is definitely one to be revered, one to be hailed, and one to be honored. We give thanks that Elder Council once more, could put off such a program, and give thanks for all ones and ones tuning in and listening to such a recording. Blessed love, my Lord and Empress. Give thanks.
Majesty bless, Honorable Royal Producer, Priest Chairman, give thanks for such an account. And we will even take a moment to say, His Imperial Majesty, if you listen to people all over the world, you will hear some very extraordinary stories of His Majesty, as even all the priests say, he draw a bird and it fly out of the page. So we're not coming here to tell our one, well, we're just sharing information that is spoken about His Majesty. And, we say, I want look for yourself and see, the importance of this man, that how the Rasta man could have come and reverse such a man according to prophecy and history. So we give thanks and we're moving forward with our program for this morning prayer of celebration, glorify and give thanks for all ones who are present now and all who will come, So at this moment, we will call upon the Honorable Empress Diane, who has written a poem, one of our literary geniuses amongst us. She writes some very inspirational readings and inspire us with thought-provoking quotes. I was one quote as she said about 2 weeks ago, and it was so relevant and is still relevant to even now, this present moment. And she quoted saying, true change, enduring change, takes one step at a time. So we give thanks and we will welcome the Honorable Empress Dion, Lead Secretary of the Woman Freedom Liberation League. Majesty bless, Empress.
Blessed love, my Lord and Empress, and the YouTube family, near and far, our loved ones in Christ Jesus. Holy Haile Selassie, Rastafari. Give thanks for being here. Give thanks for being a part of this celebration of our God and King, King Selassie, Rastafari. Empress Dion. And I just wrote a little piece for my king, and it is named My King. We call him King of Kings and Lord of Lords, conquering Lion of the tribe of Judah, elect of himself, earth's rightful ruler. Are a few of the names we call His Imperial Majesty, and I'll just like to add a few more, like S for sovereign, chief, highest, supreme in power or authority. That's why his nation was and still is unconquered and fully developed into a nation wealth kingdom. E, Imperial, the highest heaven or heavenly sphere, celestial structure. Check out his stance and glide. Check out his stance and stride, graceful glide, like he is always floating on the firmament below. L, lawgiver, one who gives a code of laws to a people like the consanguineous of Judah, in which the scepter shall never depart. A. Alpha, a title given to God, the Father, the first and last, the beginning, the end. He is the creator, the redeemer, the final judge of all things near and far, at home and abroad. S. Saint, a holy or godly person, a person sweet-tempered, self-sacrificing, and righteous enough for an English queen from S. Shire, a place in Great Britain, often trampled underfoot by Rastaman saying, "Death to our black and white oppressors now." But that was the place that gave His Imperial Majesty residency without prejudice, and by his decree, that house became a safe space for mothers and children. I, imperturbable, marked by extreme calm, impassively, and steadiness in flesh. Even through his trials and tribulation, His Imperial Majesty always have a serene aura surrounding him. E, eichistic, a science dealing with human settlement and drawing on the research and experience of the architect, the engineer, the city planner, and the social scientist, all of which he did when he laid the foundation of the earth. I, immortal, exempt from death, living or lasting forever. That's why even today, if the Ethiopian government hears that Selassie is here or there, a troop goes in search of him because they know the truth, that the man ever liveth and cannot die, because his name is Alpha, the beginning of days, Deja Match, commander of the door, Crown Prince, Regent Plenipotentiary, Emperor HAILE SELASSIE, might and power of the Holy Trinity, Creator, Earth's rightful ruler, maker of the sun, sand, sea, you and me, a general in the battlefield, and a king alongside his queen, obedient husband, wonderful father, and a generous and loving grandfather to his countless Black sons and daughters in the diaspora. I give thanks to celebrate the born day of my king, 132 years of celebrated majesty and blessed Selah, Selassie, Jah, Rastafari, my Lord and Empress. Give thanks for being able to write such a piece and to present it to all I and the world at large, you know. Blessed love, my Lord and Empress. Give thanks.
Majesty, bless, Honorable Empress Diane. You made my paws raise. You know, yes, I still stand up. Give thanks for such a descriptive and I can't even find the words, you know, yeah, of His Majesty. Jano, it almost bring tears to my eyes. Anyway, how to describe His Majesty, our wonderful Savior, King Selassie, Jah, Rastafari.
Give thanks.
You know, we're moving on, but I open the floor if anyone wants to even comment on such a royal poem. I can't be me alone feel like that. I know my pause still raise up, my Lord and Empress.
Yes, Honorable. Yeah, I have to really comment on that one, you know, because really and truly, it's a wonderful poem for our king. And all of the king's son, which is I and I, feel good in I and I self. Yes. Glorify Empress there. It was wonderful. Said love.
Blessed love to Majesty.
Honorable Empress,
Honorable. Me know she good like that, and me know she was coming with something powerful, as she always. The end. His son said the king's son, but the king's daughters are
yes,
rejoicing.
sons and daughters, give thanks.
Yes, I. Any other ones want to say something? And I will preach knuckles. I'm having choicey words.
My Lord.
Blessed love.
Lord, family.
Majesty.
Can you hear I, man, family?
Yes, my Lord.
to
Yes, man. Oh, Honorable Prophet Coquito. Blessed.
the lateness from Priest of the Gun, you know, English timing and that.
Oh,
Blessed love, honorables.
my Lord.
Blessed, blessed. Oh, so
Yes,
the man,
my Lord, I pray thee. Sorry. All
Go
I
ahead.
man would have said, give thanks for the historical input from the Honorable Empress Dion, you know, yeah. I'm gonna give thanks for the, you know, God, when me hear ones mention region, planetary and these things, no people don't know them type of this. So give thanks for the historical up there, you know, cause them the information that is exclusive in the autobiography and yeah, give thanks, you know. Oh bless you.
That's all right. My Lord.
Priest Knuckles.
Oh, blessed love royal family. Yes. Because, yeah, you can't say no more than it is just wonderful, you know? Yeah. Heartful, the Empress. And you can feel it come from the place of godliness inside, you know?
Yes.
They touch the heart of all, purify such uplifting words and, you know, well put together on every Empress.
Thanks, my Lord.
Yes, Empress. Profound and informative at the same time, you know. Yes,
Yeah.
blessed.
Priest Earl.
Yes, Royal. Yes, Royal family. Yeah, man. Royal Empress Diane. Yeah, it was, you know, as everyone say, you know, it was beautiful. Yeah, so I give thanks to such beautiful rendition of, you know, such, you know, coming out of yourself deeply, you know. And give thanks to the 130 and 2 anniversary Bounty of the Emperor, one perfect love.
Honorable, my Lord. Any other comments? If not, we'll call upon the royal. Go ahead, Royal Tech. Go ahead.
Honorable Empress Diane, give thanks. I know you sent me, you know, so to be seated with the tone that is going forward on this 132nd anniversary, Earth Light of His Imperial Majesty. You said it all. So give thanks, Honorable Empress, for keeping the tone and keeping true to self and to I and I, Rastafari.
Give thanks.
Majesty, bless. Yes, my Lord and Empress. So we continue moving on, you know, on our program of today, celebrating the pre-celebration of His Majesty, which will be actually Tuesday, the 23rd of July. And we call on the Honorable Royal Choir to give us a chorus, which is so appropriate after that poem. Everyone should know. Majesty bless.
Oh, give thanks, and I have a chairman. Everyone should know.
Everyone should know.
Everyone should know. Everyone should know. And everyone should know. Nigga say, nigga say, the lily of the is the bright and morning sun. Morning sun, nigga say, the fairest of angels. I love everyone should know. And everyone should know. Everyone should know. And everyone should know. Nigga say, nigga say, Star, bright as morning star, a morning star, we got there, the fairest of them. I love everyone should I know, and everyone should I know. One should I know, and some people don't know. Everyone should I know. And God says, I love is the bright as morning star, a morning star. God says, the fairest of ten times. I love everyone should I know. One more time, family. And everyone should I know. Everyone should I know. And everyone should I know. Only God says, God says, hallelujah. I love Jesus, bright as morning star, morning star. God says, the best of ten times. Everyone should know. Just where the Lord is come, the 30th of our King. Let every heart prepare in Rome. Zion nature sing. Hero the earth with truth and great. And let the nation prove the glory of his righteousness. Wonders of Jalal Selassie. My Lord and Empress. Over to the Lord.
Give thanks, my Lord and Empress. The item could adjust your camera a little bit so much that means it can be more in the picture.
Majesty, I was not close. I don't know why she has to say so far.
She tell me say,
yeah.
She tell me say, when the camera come on, we are going to see. And we see now, you know.
I don't know why she a rock away from me, you know.
Rastafari. My Lord and Majesty. Yes, you do give thanks, you know, for the joy, you know. Give thanks for the love. Holy Emmanuel, I, Selassie, Rastafari. And, you know, moving smoothly on, you know, we call upon the Royal Empress, Honorable Empress Cindy, for excerpt of a speech of His Majesty. Because we are featuring His Majesty, my Lord and Empress Royal Congregation, you know. Because we see, me like Rastafari, so if you ever know a little coal where there's light and put them stone incense for burning. And when you light the coal, it does be sparking. You see the fire. You know, see, that was Rastafari, even, let me say, 30 years ago, to the way Rastafari take the world by storm. But then after a while, that coal does turn gray. And you don't see nothing, like it not even smoke. But if you ever go touch it, it's the living fire. So that is what it has evolved to now. You know, so from you have eyes, you are going to see the constant growth and movement of Jah people to the powers of powers, King Emperor HAILE SELASSIE, Jah, Rastafari. So we call upon the Honorable Empress Cindy at this moment to bless us with her rendition of our excerpt of the speech of His Imperial Majesty, our divine God and King, my Lord and Empress.
My Lord and Empress, give thanks. Holy Emmanuel, King Selassie, Yah, Rastafari. So I'm the Honorable Empress Cindy, and I'm going to be reading a speech given by His Imperial Majesty HAILE Selassie on the beginnings of African unity to the Accra Conference. The convening of the Conference of Independent African States in Ghana, where responsible statesmen representing a free government are gathering to consider together common problems, is a great and momentous event. As an integral part of the African continent, Ethiopia looks back with pride to the role which she has played in the history of the development of Africa and looks forward with confidence to the future of this great continent. In her long and glorious history, Ethiopia has time and again had to struggle against overwhelming odds to preserve intact her traditional freedom and independence and to guarantee from generation to generation the right of free men to work out their own destiny without interference or hindrance. The world is only now coming to realize what Ethiopia and Africa have long recognized, that peace
Empress, we're not hearing you. We're not hearing you, Empress. You cut off.
I pray thee. Can you still hear me?
We can hear you now.
Okay, I'm gonna log off and come back in. I pray thee, my Lord and Empress.
We can hear you, Empress. We can hear you.
Okay. Pardon I.
Yeah, yes. Last thing we heard was peace.
Seen. Okay, give thanks, Honorable. Peace, independence, and the prosperity of mankind can be achieved and assured only by the collective and united efforts of free men who are prepared to maintain eternal vigilance and labor unceasingly to protect these most precious of God's gifts. The sympathy and support which Ethiopia received from other African peoples when she was invaded 23 years ago is ample testimony of the strong sentiments which unite all free African countries. In our own lifetime, the world has undergone changes more sweeping and striking than those seen during any similar period in history. Technical and scientific advances have combined to raise mankind to a level of material achievement never before realized. It is the duty and responsibility of the independent African states to further this development and to bring the benefits of modern civilization to increasingly large numbers of people in Africa. This speech was taken by the selected speeches of His Imperial Majesty HAILE Selassie, and I think it's a wonderful speech. I think it was ahead of its time because as we're seeing in the 21st century that, you know, we as a collective, no matter where we are, we're seeing, you know, advances in technology that we've never seen before. And it only goes to show that, you know, living a natural life is the best life to live because all this technology is not going to get us to certain places where we need to be. I mean, it's helpful in one regard, but then it's hurtful in other regards where we see, you know, people losing their lives just so we can just use these devices and think that we're, you know, advancing. But aside from that, I just wanted to give thanks to the Elders Council for this, you know, auspicious and jubilant day that we celebrate His Imperial Majesty's Earthlight, 132 years. And I also would like to give thanks to the Women's Freedom Liberation League, for which I'm a secretary, along with, the other empresses who are secretaries. And so I give thanks. Lightning God, Jah Rastafari, Sila, King Selassie, Jah Rastafari. Give thanks, my Lord and Empress. Heart of celebration.
Majesty bless, Honorable Empress City. Yes, we give thanks for the joy, give thanks for the, meditation moving through, glorify and give thanks. And, we'd open the floor for anyone have a comment on the speech that the Honorable Empress made, my Lord and Empress. Bless.
My Lord and Empress, worthy Majesty.
Honorable.
Yes, give thanks for each and every one. Give thanks for all going through today, and that speech was very touching because it confirmed a thought that I had like maybe a day ago, and looking back and seeing if we realize that the time that we are living is, never see technology, never see things advancement happening on the earth within like the last 200 years, I would say, where things change differently compared to all the other years them gone back. It was a drastic change, as His Majesty say. We live in a time where we never see changes like these yet. It's really, advanced stage, And as we say, give thanks to each and every one. We just give thanks to all man. We can live and adjust and walk and just keep the hype on the prize, My Lord and Empress, give thanks.
And every priest snappy, glorify and give thanks, my Lord. Floor is open, my Lord and Empress.
Yes, Honorable Chair.
Selassie, Jah
Rastafari.
My Lord and Majesty. Yes, give thanks, for this the 132nd anniversary of the birth of His Royal Majesty Emperor HAILE SELASSIE I. Do give thanks for the man born, Lich Tafari Makinon. Lich in the Amharic interprets child. Lich, child. English, that's what it is, child in English. Lich in Amharic, child in English. Tafari, not creator. Tafari means one to be feared. So since we're talking about his birth, he was born with the title Tafari right up to 1930. So Tafari means one to be feared or one to be reverenced, not creator. So anyone still preaching Rastafari or Rastafari as head creator is in error. The word Tafari, the word Ras, head is correct. So that part of it is correct. The Tafari part is not correct. It does not mean creator. It means one to be reverenced or one to be feared. If you go to Ethiopia saying that Tafari means creator, ones will be in dispute with you. The word for creator in Amharic is Fetari. 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 Like Fetara is creation, or Fitalet is creation. Fetari is creator. So back way, it sounds like Tafari. Fetari is like Tafari back way. So, as it relates to his earth, let's be clear on that. He's at the title Tafari right up to coronation day, because we know him as Nugus or Negus in English, but the Ethiopian pronunciation is actually Nugus. Nugus, Nagas, King of Kings. So, as it relates to Tafari, it's not an English title, it is an African, Amharic, Ethiopic title, Tafari. And it means one to be feared. So from childhood, he was a one holding awe, you know. It's not him, the flesh, them fear, is that spirit in him. If them offend and the judgment what can come out of that spirit, knowing is of such royalness, because his royalness, even though earthly fleshly king is not of mere men, it is of the God, you know. Because even in the Kibrinagas, there is a part where it says the custodians of the throne is the pearl, and the pearl is Christ. So all the members of the throne is recognized in the stead of the Christ. So even Tofari, you know, that was another extension of the Christ when he come. And remember, Ethiopia was coming off 7 years famine. No rain was in the land, you know, and Ras Makinan was even anxious too, because before His Majesty, I think Her Majesty had 9 children before, and they all passed away in childbearing. So, you know, Ras Makinan or Waldy Mikkel Makinan, as he is known, otherwise, was kind of anxious, you know, because he had 9 disappointments before. But upon praying, you know, they say they put honey on the baby's mouth when he born. So Tofari, of the 9 children, he survived as number 10, I think. And Yashimabet, Wazari Yashimabet, was his mother. Maybe someone before I came on might have covered that part of the history already. But Wazari Yashimabet Ali. Now, Wazari Yashimabet was what they would call aroma in blood. And Ras Makinan was Hamara. Ras, the emperor's mother, was actually Muslim on her side. So it was common assault back in the day for Christians and Muslims to marry, even through the royalty. So what we find now on the emperor's mother's side was the Muslims, and on the emperor's father's side was the Christians. So you find now after time, naturally, even Empress Menin, his family side, was said to be Muslim. You understand? So there are many mixes within the traditions, you understand? Contrary to most, Islam and Christianity have lived side by side in Ethiopia, and it was ripe in the royal lineage also. So, as I was saying, Ras Makinan was anxious for this one to be born, and he born. And upon his birth, lightning, thunder, strike, and all of these things, and mighty torrential rain come down in the land and rid Ethiopia of the 7-year famine, you know, 7-year plenty. You understand, come after that. You see it. So, and this is not fantasy or makeup. These is things what happen in reality up on the earth strong of Tafari Makinan, who we all come to know as His Royal Majesty Emperor HAILE SELASSIE I of Ethiopia. Kadamawi HAILE SELASSIE, as they would say in the Amharic. Kadamawi HAILE SELASSIE. So it's HAILE SELASSIE first, you know, Nugus Nagas, you know, King of Kings, of Ethiopia. So we know that when that man come into history, you know, he was just humble surroundings. He didn't even born into the pomp of the royalty. He was born in a remote place in Ara called Ijasuguru. And everyone know the year 1892, 23rd of July, 16th of July in the Julian calendar, 23rd of July in the Gregory calendar, 16th of July in the Julian calendar. They call July in Ethiopia Hamle. H-A-M-L-E, Hamle. So that is the month, that is how July is sounded in the Amharic, Hamle. So Ethiopia used the Julian calendar while the West used the Gregory calendar. They still have 13 months, but the 13th month consists of 5 days and 6 days when it's a so-called leap year. So Tufari Makinan was born and he was not even considered to be no king or anything by link to the royal family. Yes, Ras, which is a title given unto the members who are part of the royal nobility. So yes, His Majesty was recognized as a Ras and he was regent. I think he got the title officially as the governor of Ara when he reached the age of 19, because he actually got the position from age 12, but they say he's too young. So I think they give him officially to serve in that office as Dejemat Tafari, the keeper of the door, the governor of Hara, and Sidamo, you know? So he Tafari from young age lose even his father, because I think it was from when he reached about 12-year-old. Ras Makinan was off the scene and he grew basically with Emperor Menelik in the palace, and he was close with Sister Zodi, Empress Zodi, to like sister, you know. So your family, so but he never was in the palace from the get-go. He was with his father then, because Yashima Bet passed away, I think, when Tafari was about 2-year-old. So he didn't, no one don't even to see a picture of Wazari Yashima Bet, his mother, you know. No one don't even to see nothing of her. But you find Ras Makinan now, he was high in the nobility, you know, and when upon reading the autobiography, I'm telling you, the relationship between father and son is remarkable, because that's why we call the man God. When you see the humbleness, the love, what Haile Selassie, Rastafari Makinan had for his father, Ras Makinan, is remarkable, man, because when you hear him say him a go kiss him father foot, you know, and all of them things, and him father stop him, you know. Living on him father cry, living high water, and him a cry, living high water, as them a live. Yeah, till when him speak of the relation, father and son relationship, you know, but yet a brother, like brother as brother too. So there was everything. You understand? Because him father was him everything. Up to when him father passed. Yeah, man, when you read His Majesty autobiography, man, and he speak of his father, Ras Makinan, that's what I say. Once if you really look into the character of this man and stop say this man and see the relationship as fathers to sons and daughters, you know? I tell you, say, yes, Majesty. So
give thanks. Royal historian, glorify. But do you know many ones on here?
Yes, Majesty. Yes, give thanks. Yeah, give thanks for your patience to Raptor 10 there. Bless you, my Lord.
Yeah, Royal historian, my Lord. Give thanks for all clearance the man give you. You know? And I reiterate, we see the program is consistent. How the Honorable Priest Knuckles come and show me that, you know, far right, the living embodiment of the Ark of the Covenant. And then we see the quote where he say, you know, you shouldn't question the faith of others. And I reiterate all those, you know, points there. So we give thanks, Royal Historian, and moving on, because we have a kind of tight program still. My Lord, Majesty bless. My Lord. So we're continuing even with another quote of His Majesty. And, you know, we just want showing the relevance of the Jah as what we say, the man speaks sevenfold. Because when you look behind all Jah words and the intention, you know, as the Honorable Empress Cindy say, it is relevant even unto today. So we continuing with moving forward of the program, a quote of His Majesty. The problems which confront us are unprecedented. They have no counterpart in human experiences. Man search and pursue the pages of history for solution for presidents, but alas, there are none to be found. This is then the ultimate challenge. Where are we to look for our survival for answers to questions which were never asked before? We must first look to the Almighty God, who raised man above animals and allowed him with intelligence and reason. So we see how Jah point us to look within ourselves. We must put our faith in Him, His Imperial Majesty, that He will not desert. Pardon. He will not desert us or permit us to destroy mankind, which He had created in His image. We must look to ourselves in the depths of our souls. We must become bigger than we have ever been, more courageous, greater in spirit. We must become members of a new race, overcoming prejudice, owing our allegiance not just to nations, but our fellow man within the human community. Words of His Imperial Majesty, Emperor HAILE SELASSIE, Jah, Rastafari. So as we say from the beginning of the program, we are treading the God in flesh, that I come and show us man of righteous God in flesh, woman of righteous goddess. So we now getting to even fully understand that statement and the depths of that statement and the heights of that statement and the wide meditation of that statement, my Lord and Empress, God in flesh. Because as we reason going along, we see it's good to see the God in yourself. That is the first thing. The next important thing is to see God in each other. So, my Lord and Empress, we'll open up the floor for any comments on that quote of His Majesty, where he told us, look in ourselves, become bigger than you ever thought you could have been, dig in your heart and soul, and make we do the right. My Lord and Empress.
Lord.
Bless the Lord, my Lord.
Honorable, my Lord.
Empresses of the Elder Council. Well said, my Lord. We really need, from what you say, what I gather, we need to do an inventory, a complete inventory of what His Majesty say, what Elder Council is saying, and what we need to do. We need to list items of property, of goods, of the contents. We need a file log to achieve the description of our statements. And inventory is very important to what the Right Honorable Priest Ainsley was quoting. So we have to practice more flexibility. Is the key of moving forward in campaigning the events that we must resume to provide in building our nation. We are permanently obligated, yes, and it requires us to compel to our understanding the legal morals and duty to take action in the best interest of our nation. This is the act of awakening out of our sleep, because our rivalries are waiting and we are witness of their actions. So we must take attention and in our recognition and realization, come to an awareness, do what Elder Council is doing, continue carrying out the work that God has teach us. We have the incredible power, and we have some information these days and knowledge and understanding that we need to make a positive change. In closing, I will say 8 synonyms of awakening. We need activation, animation, arising, both arousal, awakening, alleviating all negativity, inciting ourselves. It is very important that we do what we have to do. I do give thanks for the 132nd year of this man light on the earth, so that we are seeing a brighter light out of darkness, and education is paramount. Like how we are doing agriculture and trade and all that we are doing. We must not limit ourselves to the things we have to do. We have to govern the earth. It was given to us by the 3 king, priest, and prophet, and the royal empress, who lives and dwells in us. The place where the Ark of the Covenant is designated and presented and lives and sits is the same place our celestial throne is, and that is in our internal. The esoteric side of us knows it all. My Lord and Empress. Well done, Honorable Emperor, Priest Ainsley, Melchizedek Priest, my Lord and Empress. If thanks for listening and a rapid. Sorry for being so long. I hope I didn't go over my 3 minutes. My Lord and Empress.
Oh my Lord, glorify the words, Honorable the Royal Philosopher amidst us. And the floor is open, my Lord and Majesty.
Blessed Lord, my Lord, Honorable Priest Ainsley, you were giving us the story of the Empress by the well, which fit perfectly with this speech. If you would like to share that, Majesty.
Majesty. Blessed love, my Lord and Empress. And as we say, we just, saying things and talking of things that will inspire us in the days moving forward, knowing that Rastafari light is shining bright. So just show us a thing where this woman, every day she used to go at the standpipe to collect water. So she at the standpipe, she always meet God. And she and God, she always had to tell God, say, my Lord, I like to check me one of these days in my, place of residence and can minister to the island. And he say, yeah, man. But this woman now, every day, after she collect water, she used to carry it by an elder man, a little child, and a middle-aged woman, because they were sick. So she used to take care of them. So every morning, as a dutiful nurse and caretaker, she fulfilled her chores. She always had me Jah, and Jah always had to. She said, yeah, man, I'll come check you. This particular day, Jah said, Empress, I'll come check your next night. So she said, give thanks, my lad. So that day now, she carry extra water for the 3 people who she take care of, make sure they have food, because she should them say, listen, my God, come in and check me next slide. So I would not be able to minister unto you. However, I'll be there the following day. So I'll leave extra things for you all so that, when the next day I come, I can make up and everything. Okay, no problem. So she gets up the next morning now and clean up the place nice and, start cooking and bubbling, breakfast, and she starts her lunch and, 10 o'clock and she not see Jah. 12 o'clock come, still no Jah. She did it because she have confidence and faith. 3 o'clock come, still no Jah. And she might be feeling a bit thing, but she's a resilient empress. 6 o'clock, no Jah. So she accept the fact that, Jah not come today for whatever reason. So next morning she get up, she never let her disappointments, you know, cut corners on the work that she was doing as a royal caretaker. So she got into the standpipe as usual to fill water, you know. So then now she see Jah. So, as you know, bless the Lord, my Lord. Bless the Lord, ever respect the she. Oh my Lord, I waited a whole day for you, and you never came. Jah in turn look at her and say, Empress, I waited for you a whole day, and you never came. So she say, what do you mean, my Lord? He say, Empress, that old man that you see you take care of every day, that's me. And the little child is me. And the middle-aged lady who is me. I waited for you whole day and you never came. So there's to reiterate the internal God that dwells in us. Same way how we see Dada. We see Dada, you know, we see the God of light, the God of the black Christ in flesh. But now we also see him in ourselves. And that was the teachment the man came to give us. Not to just put him up on a pedestal. Sure, we revere him and minister to him and, you know, cater to him and listen to his words. But he come to show us that is the thing. The God will live in all flesh. So that's why I say, inconsistent with the theme of the program today, you know, we are reiterating. Yes, we see the God in ourselves. Let us start seeing him in each other. If we really apply that train of thought sincerely in ourselves, half our argument will cease. You know, and this is what we come to show the world. You know, don't look out at yourself. See the God in one another. God, only God knows the love of God. Holy Emmanuel, I, Selassie, I, Jah, Rastafari. So I get to share that little piece of, you know, storytelling, you know. That's so we as Africans, you know, and they get tied up with it. We tell stories to eliminate, to brighten up, or give thanks and I will priest knuckles with your choicy words. You see how we strengthen strength to strength? We could have never slipped from you all up with each other. We can't fall. Both eyes, the last eye, Jah, Rastafari. Illuminate such mindset, which we see is so vitally important in this time. Honorable my Lord Empress. The floor is open. Honorable Tech, give thanks for putting on the spot like that.
Yes, Royal Chair.
Yes, Honorable Priest, Semstar
Yes.
General.
As I hear the Honorable Priest remind you of the illumination. Yeah. Well, give thanks enough for the Shekinah light, you know, where the Emperor did really represent, you know, that bright light, you know, where kept coming out.
So I put on your camera, Honorable Priest, so we could see that light that is bringing forth such a light. My Lord.
It is on now, my Lord. Yeah, so I was saying, you know, as the Honorable Priest was reminding you of the illumination. So,
yes,
you know, we do give thanks to the Shekinah light, you know, where the Emperor did really represent, because the Joe represent, you know, such darkness, you know what I mean? So,
my Lord,
you know, we give thanks to the light where the man really represent, you know, that Shekinah light, you know, beautiful light, you know. So,
my Lord,
you know, we give thanks to the 130 and 2, you know, so the one represent him alone. There was no other could have come and declare of creating, you know. The 2 represent, you know, the Asar and the Asset are the Alpha and the Omega as a balance, you know, and the 3 represent, you know, Father, Mother, and I as sons and daughters, you know. So we do give thanks, you know, for such glorious moment going through. One perfect love.
Honorable Priest, do give thanks for the clearance. Honorable Priest Knuckles, my Lord.
Blessed, my Lord. Give thanks, you know, for such moments and a wonderful speech. That is a very powerful speech of His Imperial Majesty. When time you are the father of African unity. When you are the king of all black people, as him declared, you think from a point where everyone is your children. Everyone come out of you. So the whole I'm reasoning all the while is towards looking inside of you for bond with each other. Now, His Majesty, but man would have saying soft spoken, like myself. However, I remember reading an article where them say, at the OAU reasonings, where is the generals and field marshals, because usually is that type of environment to get out of the colonial masters for to get back them liberation, you know? And so it was that type of personality that was respected in the hearts of the OAU, except for the occasion of HAILE SELASSIE. It is said that when His Majesty get up to speak, the silence could have hear a pin for the reverence that African people have for our father, Emperor HAILE SELASSIE I. Right. Single-handedly would have got to warring factions in countries. And when in trip them, there was a peace, you know? So we give thanks for his message in that speech that he's bringing us to, that we have to overcome the petty prejudices, the things that have been brought to us by ungodly people, systems of ungodliness, divide, racism, all kind of selfishness that we learn from them. And we have to overcome those to transform humanity to that newness. As Dada say, when you read in the Bible, it say, I saw a new heaven and a new earth. Him say the black man and woman in a them renewed consciousness of self, you know? So His Majesty talking about we have to become, and him never say nobody are gonna make us that way. Each individual have to become greater in ourselves than who we were in the past. So we have to project that positiveness there and where we want to get get away from the bitterness and the darkness of the past and the oppression, you know. Give thanks to the transformation and speech for the divine Emperor, you know. And hope that all hearts open to receive such clearance and understanding of the words. My Lord, Holy Emmanuel, I, Selassie,
yeah, Rastafari.
Yes,
And
sir.
in keeping accordance with the mindset and the vibes moving through, we'd like to call on the Royal Choir to sing a hymn for us, 945, from the Sacred Songs and Solos, when the mist of rolling splendor, my Lord and Empress. Can turn on all the camera and I have a Royal Choir.
Okay. All give thanks, Royal Chair. Yes, sir. Yeah, man, yeah.
Okay.
We take great continue with our second aim for this celebration, gathering, service virtually to a Kings of Kings, Lord of Lords, the conquering lion, the tribe of Judah, Emperor HAILE SELASSIE, Jah. When the midst of rolling splendor, from the beauty of the hill, and the sunlight fall in gladness on the rivers and the rills. We will call our Father promise in the rainbow of the spray. We shall know each other better when the mists of roll away. King Emmanuel VII.
Down, my God.
All right.
As we take great pleasure, we continue with the singing of this, our second hymn. When the midst of rolling splendor, when the midst of rolling splendor from the beauty and the sunlight fall in gladness and the
sunlight falling
our Father promise, our Father
Fire.
go of the spring, we shall
know each other
when the midst of rolling
away.
Oh, we shall know.
We shall know
I know
as we are known. Nevermore
alone to walk
alone.
in the morning of the bright and happy day of the bright and happy day. We shall know each other better. We shall know each other when the midst of rolling. And the midst of rolling. For us, halfway triumph before us, and it's a shadow, time makes our shadow, our faith apart, blessed, but the same. All our labor will be paid. All our labor will reap. Where the midst of roll away, where the midst of roll we shall know as we are known. Oh, we shall know. We shall know as we are known. Nevermore to walk alone. Nevermore to walk alone. To walk alone. In the dawning of the morning on the bright and happy day. We shall know each other better. We shall know each other. When the midst of roll away, midst of roll away, we shall come with joy and gladness. Yes, we shall come with joy. We shall gather around the throne. Yes, we shall gather around face to face with those that love us. Face to face with those we shall know as we are known. We shall know as we are known. And the song of our redemption. And the song shall resound to endlessness. Shall resound to endless. When the shadows have departed. When the shadows have departed away. It's a road away. We shall know as we are known. Oh, we shall know. We shall know as we are known. Nevermore to walk alone. Yes, nevermore. Boy, to walk alone, to walk down the morning in the dawning of the bright and happy day, bright and happy. We shall know each other better. We shall know each other when the midst fall away, when the midst are wrong. Salvation. Roll away. We shall know as we are known. We shall know. We shall know as we are. Never to walk alone. Never boy to walk alone. To walk down the morning in the dawn of the morning and happy day, bright and happy day. We shall know each other better. We shall know each other better. When the days are wrong. When the midst of rolling splendor, when the midst of rolling splendor from the beauty and the sunlight falling gladness and the sunlight fall and the rain and the rain we call our Father promise. Call our rain of His promise in the rainbow of the spring. We know each other better. We shall know each other better when the midst of rolling. We shall know as I know. We shall know. Yes. As we are know. We shall know. Never more. Never more to walk alone. To walk down of the morning in the bright morning day of the bright and happy. We shall know each other better. We shall know it. Where the myths are all away, where the myths are wrong. We shall come with joy and gladness coming down. We shall come with joy and we shall gather around the throne. We shall gather around the throne. Those that love us. Face with those. We shall know that we are known. We shall know. And the song of our redemption and the song of our shall we come to endless days, sound to endless day. When the shadows are departed, when the shadows are and the midst of all away, midst of wrong. We shall know as we are known. We shall know. We shall know as we are known. Born to walk alone, to walk in the shadows of the morning. Morning. That bright and happy day. Happy. We shall know it better. We shall know it. When the mist of God away, makes our Zion. Hail to the Lord Almighty, great David, greater son. Hail him in the time appointed, Jah reign on earth begun. Jah come to break oppression and set the captive free. Wipe away transgression and rule iniquity. Selassie, Jah. Jah come to make the poor and needy and bid the weak be strong. Mighty God of Israel, King of Kings, Lord of Lords, conquering Lion of the tribe of Judah, the world's best dressed man, King Selassie, Jah. My Lord and Empress to the chair and the royal arm. Lord, give thanks. Blessed love.
Give thanks to the royal choir, my Lord and Empress. And we, the Black Christ, House of Israel, the Black Christ come with, wonderful news, great Black redemption, The man show we say it's there, of waiting for our taking. So everything is going as according to the plan. Might seem like we kind of, this and that, but all these things is necessary in nation building, moving forward. So we call on the Honorable Priest Knuckles in this time to give us an excerpt of a speech of His Majesty entitled The Spirit of Africa, my Lord. Pray everyone is having a joyful moment, relaxing, vibes coming into His Majesty EARTHSTRONG celebration. So the floor is open to Honorable Priest Knuckles. My Lord, Majesty bless.
Oh, give thanks, Honorable Chair. Give thanks for the moment. All blessing and love and joy to the royal family. All that can hear, Spreading positive energy in the universe. Celebrating our God and King. Continue. The spirit of Africa. What is needed above all is patience which accepts delays, while striving to overcome them, and tolerance which comprehends our weaknesses, our selfish ambitions, and our narrow self-interests, while seeking to strengthen our will and stiffen our moral fiber and devotion to principle and international mortality, which alone can harm and shield and support us in the daily strife, which is our fate as we toil to better the lot of Africa and all men everywhere. Unless we find the requisite courage and fixity of purpose to rise above ourselves, we shall be broken on the wheel of our own invention, slaves to our own despotism. The spirit of Africa, which surrounds our deliberations here, is deserving of the greatness which Africa demands of it. Let us prove ourselves worthy of it. Emperor HAILE SELASSIE I, July 21st, 1964. Now, when I first saw this and reading it, I said, this is something that you have to read a couple of times. The father, right. Yeah, HAILE SELASSIE I talk about many levels, and depend on where they are, where you understand, So we will go over this again, part and part, and to the best of ability, I'm going to try and clarify what I understand from it, Say, again, the spirit of...
before you go, I think the word is morality instead of mortality.
No, my lord. No, it isn't.
Mortality.
Behavior.
For the correct. My lord.
What is needed above all is patience which accepts delays. Now we find that amongst ourselves oftentimes, because you try to attempt to manifest something or to do something, and time to time, delays come up. Now, when you have this patience that I'm talking about, to accept the delay, that means you're not going to...
Practice card. That fire is going by the bamboo.
Please mute your mic, Virgin. Yeah. So it say we have to accept the delays that occur and make it be a learning point for us while we are striving to overcome them, and not let these delays become, well, I can't bother with this, you know. Me tired of this, you know. You know them things that were here all the while. So it said to overcome them, and tolerance which comprehends our weaknesses. We have to be able to accept the fact that because we are faulty within our ways and our thinking at times to times, then we can understand the same thing in my brother and sister them when they make mistakes, when we make mistakes. So it's the acceptance and comprehension that, like His Majesty said, we in a time where we have not been prepared properly for these times. So sometimes we are going to act in ways that are conflicting to each other because of that weakness within ourselves. Continue reading. Our selfish ambitions and our narrow self-interest. So these are the weaknesses that the Father is showing, and if we look amongst ourselves, we'll see them. Oftentimes we have brethren and sisters in positions of authority or power, but they are not open, them are not open within a godly way. It's all about their position, about themselves, you know, and about what they aspire, as opposed to what is good for the whole. When you hear His Majesty talk about what is good for humanity, for the continent, for all of us, not just about Ethiopia, you know. Sometimes even amongst Rasta, amongst ourselves, we limit ourselves, you know, with narrow self-interest and not see the wholeness of the movement. All right, so we continue reading. While seeking to strengthen our will and stiffen our moral fiber and devotion, our moral fiber and devotion to principle and international mortality. When I read it first, I thought it was a mistake, but morality, you know. So the Father said every time I have to take words, study words, and I go look up mortality. And what I understand from it is it's a movement like what would happen in your stomach with your feces going down. Automatically just slowly pushing it down. So what I understand from it, him saying the international mortality where we want to keep in line, as His Majesty said, all the technologies and good benefit of technology, we want to use it to eradicate the disease and the ignorance and something from the continent of Africa. So this is what I think it means, say, our devotion to principle and to international mortality, that means moving along with the thing that is progressive, what that progress other people, that we move along to make it progress us also as Africans. That is what I understand from it, you know? And continue. which alone can arm and shield and support us in the daily strife, which is our faith as we toil to better the lot of Africa. So I'm saying now, this international mortality, moving internationally together as human, like the United Nations and all of them things, which alone can arm and shield and support us. So the international standard of morality that we want, where everybody have equal rights and justice and all of that, is supported by this international mortality, where we are part of the human family moving together as Africans first to fix ourselves first, but as part of that international movement of humanity in itself, you know? And it's in which strife, which is our fate as we toil to better the lot of Africa and all men everywhere. Unless we find the requisite courage, that means we have to find that strength within ourselves that is required to overcome the obstacles and the differences that face us, that keep us apart. And fixicity of purpose, that means say you fix. When we say we rise up as blood and fire warriors, fighting for the freedom of Africa, and we not stop until Babylon wants to come down, we can't change that. We can't acquiesce into just want a better place in a Babylon, you know, and not our objective. We have to stay fixed to our purpose. Come on, don't move here.
Focus.
To rise above ourselves. No, that is interesting. Because in our culture, there's a part that the father say, I hear priest can talk about it all the while. Where you have to give up the old self to become that new being. So we have old bad habits and bad ways and bad practices. We see that a manifest amongst ourselves. We argue with one another over stupid things and call one another all sort of different things. That is where we have become the total of our development to where we are. That is ourselves. But the Father said we have to rise above that. See the weakness of that self that we are now, and rise above that to the greater platform that we declare ourselves as gods and goddess of the earth, you know? So it says, we shall, unless we find requisite courage and fixity of purpose to rise above ourselves, we shall be broken on the wheel of our own invention, slaves to our own despotism. So we have to rise above when we have grievances and petty differences, or else to construct groups and ideologies that fight against one another. When you hear the man say, then you can go amongst them Monday, is we invent ideologies and negative thoughts to describe our one another. And the man say until we rise above that, it's like we're upon a broken wheel, where we invent and we create these scenarios amongst ourselves, and we have to rise up to change them amongst ourselves. We have the ability amongst ourselves to and not become slave to our own. Me know this, and me greater than you, and me holier than you, and rise above that, my Lord. The spirit of Africa, which surrounds our deliberation here, is deserving of the greatness which Africa demands of it. Let us prove ourselves worthy of it. Man of right is God in flesh. Father say, own the right and do the right and rise above the things that keep us separated. Holy Emmanuel, Selassie, yeah. is my rendition and interpretation of the speech, my lord. I'll turn it over to this man can put in for him 2 cents. Huh?
Yes, my lord, and the floor is open. Anyone can give we ask for short and spicy, short and sweet. The 3 minutes limit can give a word song on what we just heard of the words of His Majesty.
Blessed love, my Lord and Empress.
Blessed love, Empress.
I just see this as unity once again, each and every one coming together under the banner of Rastafari, whether it be green on top, red on top, yellow on top, it is one and the same. Cha Rastafari, that I get that from that, unity is strength, and together we are strength. Separated and divided, we can't always be conquered. And we come from the conquering line of the tribe of Judah, so no one or nothing should be able to conquer us, Strength in numbers always. Jah Rastafari, blessed love.
Blessed love, Empress. Floor open, my Lord and Empress.
Blessed love, my Lord.
I take the blessed Royal Tech.
If you can hear me. Give thanks,
Yes,
Honorable Empress Diane, for your response. Give thanks, Honorable Priest Knuckles, for breaking down the speech for I and your overstanding. And that's what the Council of Elders have been trying their utmost best, taking that moral authority. Every Sunday that we meet, we pick a specific topic that aligns I with the words of His Imperial Majesty, with the words of King Emmanuel Charles Edwards, with the words of Marcus Mosiah Garvey. Unity, strong leadership, organization, brotherly and sisterly love. To eventually begin speaking on character building, good character, having the importance of having a good character, how far it will take us when we work together, generational wealth, some of the things that we still cannot forget because we do have families here and in the West, on the land, on the continent, I'm sorry. And we have to make certain that we do leave a legacy behind for them. Rectification of the things that are broken, that are crooked, that can be straightened. Putting all of our strength and effort into building a better nation, African nation, a better self, a better community, a better, family structure, and of course, trust. Being able to trust each other, trust ourselves first, trust the process, trust our brothers and sisters who are agitating, who has taken on this quest for, freedom, redemption, repatriation, and knowing that we may not always agree, we may not always think alike, but we build on those things that is common, that is the same between all of I and I. So I do give thanks again for this Council of Elders, do give thanks for the Women Freedom Liberation League, give thanks for the Research Action Committee who comes up with a lot of these programs. I and I trying to do things, we won't want to say different, but better, grander than we did yesterday. So I do give thanks. Honorable Priest, Honorable Chair, my Lord.
Majesty, yes. Empress, give thanks for your insight. The floor is open, my Lord and Empress.
My Lord and Majesty, well said, Honorable Empress Trisha, well said. And Priest Knuckles, you're a real teacher and a professor. I do give thanks because we as students, we are ready, and Priest Andy taught me long time, when the student is ready, the professor will appear. I see the professor in you today, my Lord, spiritual teacher. I will be short and spicy. A qualified man with vision, unmoved by daily selfish interests, will be led to make right decisions by his conscience. In general, a man who knows from whence he comes and where he is going will cooperate with his fellow human beings. He will not be satisfied with merely doing his ordinary duty, but we will be inspired by his good example. A speech made by the Right Honorable Emperor HAILE Selassie of Ethiopia on the 2nd of July in 1963. So what the Right Honorable Spiritual Priest, Melchizedek High Priest Knuckles was saying is to be patient, is to be full of virtue. And virtue is a brother or a sister to grace. So once we do the right thing, we will not be like those who feel they have learned enough. I will further learn no more. I will not consider knowing. Because situations change. One of the most prevalent words in any vocabulary is change, because change is consistent. And people don't want to listen to the Right Honorable Priest Knuckles when he says things with his nice, calm, polite voice, his noble self that he is. What a pleasure it is that we get our brethren with all that information and is sharing it like his Imperial Majesty did. Because when I look at a man, I see the God himself in my presence. When I look at an Empress, I see Empress, the Divine Empress feminine. So we have to be patient and do what we have to do and build with artistic, with real intelligent people like Priest Ainsley, the 7-star general, Empress Rachel, the next Empress, what's her name, Dan something. The Empress who spoke, the little philosopher, the poet of Zion, when she spoke.
Yeah.
And people like that we work with every day. We have everything, you know. We just have to link together and listen to Priest Knuckles' speech, what he just made on Emperor HAILE Selassie, all the teaching, and we will get it together. For patience is virtue, and virtue is grace. My Lord and Empress.
Majesty bless. Well, I don't know if the item, I know the item noticed it. We can say it's a coincidence, but did you notice the date of the speech that Honorable Priest Knuckles read? It was the 21st of July, 1964. Today is the 21st of July, 2024. 6 a.m.
All right.
So the date, when I see that, I say, I have to look back and say, but wait, I think they were calendar card. I say, what, today the 21st? You know, say, so it's little things like these shows us that we are in stride with Father Time. You know, we are right where we're supposed to be. As much as we could have said, well, you know, if and we would have been, we are here, this is where we're supposed to be. What are the lessons learned moving forward? You know, so we see the consistency of the team, the consistency of the team of the program today, which is, you know, that internal, that God that dwelleth in all flesh, that I come show we and Marcus Garvey invoking him own self, you know, that Emperor HAILE Selassie come and endure said way with his words, you know, the position that we are at this point in time, you know, this is what the solution is calling for, that internal, resonating with us all, my Lord and Empress. So the floor is open, my Lord and Empress. Afterwards, you will call on the Honorable Priest Earl.
Honorable.
Majesty bless.
My Lord.
Yes, Empress.
You're calling on the Honorable Priest Earl?
No, you can go ahead if you have something to say, Empress.
Always have something to say and to give thanks for.
Yes, man. We ever ready to listen to you too, Empress.
Majesty, give thanks for this day that the Lord has made. My Lord, give thanks for all what's said and done today. It is wonderful. All the beautiful reading of His Majesty, the wonderful poem that Sister Diane, put on the platform today. Give thanks to all what the chair, Priest Himesley have to say, Sister Cindy, Priest Jermaine, give thanks to my Lord. It is wonderful. Today is the day that the Lord has made, and He said we shall rejoice in it. Right now, I am feeling good of this program that the Elder Council have put on for our brothers and sisters to listen to. I hope they listened very good to the last reading of Priest Knuckles, and how I'm defining it down for I. And then I'm not going to say because my beautiful sisters, them like a text, she cover it all. She cover every little thing. So I'm giving thanks to each and every one this day. Giving thanks for the Women's Freedom Liberation League. That's why church say I'm a woman kingdom, You see it. And us come together. We make it more joyful. Make it more family. You understand? So I give thanks to each and every one, my Lord. And at a celebration, as I get together to celebrate 132 years of the existence of our dear King, King Selassie Jah. I must say, give thanks to all the elders, them, near and far. Give thanks to the junior elders, them, that we are supporting our one another, because we are here to strengthen each other. If you listen to the second hymn that we sung, when the midst of rose splendor from the beauty of the hill, right? And the sunlight falling gladness, and the river and the rill. We will know each other better when the midst are put away. Right now, we are trying to roll away the midst that's in front of us, right? And the only way we can do that as a family, as God's children, is to come together in one harmony, one unity and love, and roll away that midst. And when we roll away that midst, we see how joyful we are to each other. Yeah? So my 2 cents here is to love one another, to care about each other, to respect the God that in every one of us, whether you're bald or you're Rasta, whatever you may be, it is the Almighty God that is inside of all of us, right? And we have to acknowledge that and respect each and everyone. Like how my son hugging me up now, because the God is in him, he hug me up. I'm going to give thanks to that, right, Majesty? I love and bless you, family.
Yeah, man, and give thanks. Show me the right thing. Just say it one time.
The floor is open to the
I just say it one time, come with the right beside her,
Yeah.
And this blessed day, to God our heart and voice is raised, in loud and jubilant praise,
Yes,
give thanks to our Father, Emperor HAILE SELASSIE, King of Kings, Lord of Lords, the conquering lion, the tribe of the Judah, elect of God, the light of
this world,
elect of himself, our Emperor of Ethiopia, Emperor HAILE SELASSIE. Surely the King is coming, and the time is drawing nigh, right? When the blessed day of promise we shall see. when the change in a moment,
And
in
the
the
twinkle
twinkling
of
of
an
an eye,
eye.
and for forever in your present, I want to be.
And I.
And
Selassie.
You know, even though it's virtual, you know, we give thanks to the gathering because we can feel the energy and the power, you know.
Yes.
Yeah, the power is moving through, you know, like a magnet, see me, and moving here and moving there. You see, whenever we're in the atmosphere, you know, King Emmanuel the Seventh.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
Stuff. Give thanks, man in flesh, because I and I make it possible, you know. Give thanks. The face that may I say, you know,
I'm beautiful.
I'm Asian, them, you know.
You're Asian,
you know.
You see nice?
Yeah, man, Mr. You're the right side of me. You know, because and all the Asian them, you know, Mr. say, you know, it's really a Asian tradition. You know, and really a counsel that, you know, it's a good counsel.
Natural.
You know, it's not an ungodly counsel, but it's a righteous counsel. You know, because once them are tried to demand from them time there. And in the reasoning ability where the ones them have, we say, you know, the reasoning ability is not race up, you know.
The humble.
Yeah, you know, the ones them take them time for really place the words, you know, like how you place the food within the children reach. That is how that teach we, you know.
Yes,
It's not no ego, nor no force anything, you know.
Yes,
it's just take your time, you know, and you know, place the food within the children reach. You know,
you mean
so we give thanks to the Asian, them really stand up, you know, because we have to love the Asian, them and glorify the Asian, them, you know.
What you mean?
Is it because we say man go and man come, you know.
That's it.
So we have to give thanks to the cornerstone, them, man, you know, and give thanks. So the ones them did come and get the teaching, you know, in the retro way. You know, that means the ancient way. You know, the ancient way, or the ones that reason and culture, you know, yeah.
The ancient way.
That, you know?
Thanks to the ancient way.
All the daughters of Zion, because it's a balance same, you know.
What you mean?
So I got my money, but you don't know, so the thing.
Yeah.
It's a man and woman kingdom, Jaja.
And
so we have to give thanks to the woman. Liberation League, you know, all daughters of Zion, you know, who stand up, you know, Mary and Martha's taking communion, that flesh can be holy. So you see the powers of the daughter.
Yes,
Mary
man.
and Martha taking sweet communion, you know, that's flesh
Equality.
can become holy. So, you know, we say, you know, even the woman then become holy. Give thanks to the daughter.
Hey. Selassie,
It's a pack program, see me, and you know, ones and ones one, you know, utter them voice here, you know, give thanks to the 7-star general, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, and the king to the 7-star general.
General.
You know what thing go.
Let's say not that.
Blessed love, my Lord, and praise to give thanks for such joy, you know. He said, though thy form they cannot see, we know and feel that thou art here, the black Christ, Selassie, Jah, Rastafari. So, we will call on our priest Earl for put forth his quotation of His Majesty, and then we will have an open floor where we like to hear, you know, each and everyone, you know, can even say, blessed love, my Lord and Empress. And I have a priest, Earl, my Lord, Majesty. Quote 4.
Yes, royal family, you know, give thanks to, you know, the opportunity again that I could have stand before the king, you know, and with, you know, the angel, you know, I shall sing, you know. Give thanks, you know, for the glory, hallelujah. Yes, you know, a quotation from the Emperor HAILE SELASSIE, you know. Today, we look to the future calmly, confidently, courageously. We look to a vision of an Africa, not merely free but united. In facing this new challenge, we can take comfort and encouragement from the lesson of the past. You know that there are differences among us. Africans enjoyed different culture, distinct value, special tribute. But we also know that unity can has been attained among man of the most desperate origin. That different of race, of religion, of culture, of tradition are no insuperable obstacle to coming together of people. Is to teach us that unity is strength, say the Holy One of creation, King Alpha and Queen Omega. Holy Manuel, King Selassie. Yeah. Rastafari. Give thanks enough for the 132, anniversary, EARTHSTRONG, of the man without father, the man without mother, the man without beginning of days, the man without end of time, Yet the man say yet father, that's why you could have checked a lineage, yet mother, two is a balance, male and female. You see it? So give thanks, from Abraham to David, 14 generation, and from David to the carrying away into Babylon, another 14 generation, and carrying into Babylon to the birth of Christ, another 14 generation. So, give thanks to this day that we're celebrating, the birth of, the Shekinah, that beautiful light, one perfect love royal house.
Honorable priest, my Lord, give thanks for the 7-star general. And the floor is open, my Lord and Empress, and to all ones who are around. Honorable priest, Jamoni, honorable priest from South Africa. Give thanks for your presence here, my Lord,
Oh, Royal Black Supremacy greetings, Royal Council of Elders. And I do give thanks for this blessed year, after glorious Sabbath well spent in righteousness of salvation. And I do give thanks for another glorious opportunity to voice up I voice in this glorious celebration of I God and King, 80, 19, and 2, fulfillment of prophecy, 132 anniversary strong, going forward. And I bless up the Elder Council CMA for such publishment of word of right. Bring I forward to the light. Give thanks for everything said and done, from the rising of the sun ball till the down setting of the same. Wally Manuela, King Selassie. Right. God give thanks, Honorable Priest IMC, for such glorious opportunity to hear and voice once again to the Elder Council. You see it? I just feel blessed, to behold such powers of unification. For the man said the only accepted goal is unification. I day in the land doing the good of I Father, publish the Black Christ salvation to the world of people. In this blessed moment, just giving thanks in a humble manner, sitting and listening such glorious publishment from the elders. For I know, the elders know the way, and I and the young ones, we are strong. So we ever give thanks and glorify such honor our Father given to I and I. Holy King Emmanuel VII, Adonia,
God.
Rastafari.
Honorable priest, Jamoni, honorable my Lord, Majesty blessed as a man in the land. Turn on the camera, like we at least see, our motherland or even in the place, So when you're talking, you can't turn on the camera, my lord,
Honorable Royal House, the IMC, man.
Rastafari, blessed love, my lord. Yes.
Yes, Majesty. Give thanks to be well the royal family, same way, Honorable Priest Aimsley.
Yes,
Glorified one.
Everyone, you know, at least we can see the land, we can view the land, you know. It is real. You know? Yes, I. Give thanks, Honorable Priest. Yes, my lord. The floor is open, my lord and Empress. And we encourage anyone who didn't speak during the whole presentation, you know, can voice something if it's even say, blessed love, my lord. See, you know, it's an interactive reason we have in here, not a dictator or a bucky master. So we welcome each and everyone, you know, here, at least hear your voice, you know. Majesty bless, my Lord and Empress. The floor is open.
Greetings, family.
Honorable, my Lord.
Give thanks to Royal Council. Give thanks to the second celebration of life of the Imperial Majesty Emperor Selassie the First, the Almighty, without an apology, you know. Yeah, man, give thanks to the elders, them show the way, because once the elders know the way and call upon the young ones, because they are strong, you know. Holy Emmanuel, I Selassie, yeah. Rasta, blessed love and great. And see that.
Selassie, give thanks, Honorable Majesty bless. What's your name again, my lord?
Honorable Prophet Jabari, you know, out of the Miami branch, you know.
My Lord, give thanks, Honorable Prophet Jabari. Glorify, my Lord. And
Yes, God.
The floor is open, my Lord and Empress.
Honorable Priest Advar.
Oh, worthy priest, my Lord, Majesty. Priest Advar, my Lord.
Selassie.
Yeah.
Rastafari.
Put on your camera, Honorable Priest. My Lord.
You know, the camera not so good, my lord, but
All right. We are going to set over the voice then.
Yeah. You can see I.
Okay. My Lord.
Ready. Happy celebration, my lord.
My Lord.
Empresses,
What time
you know?
it is, priest? What time it is there? What time?
It's after 7, 5 minutes past 7, my lord.
Okay. Okay. 6 hours difference. All right. Yes, I.
Give thanks to the joy, you know? Yes, my lord. Give thanks to the celebration, my lord. Give thanks for the mighty emperor, you know? Yeah, man, I can feel the emperor, my lord. Even, you know, the man say when you see one, you see him, you know? And, you know, we give thanks for the man, my lord, because his teachings, you know, become like manifestation of
Now, here you never praise. Technical difficulties. Yes, one day we might have our own satellite. We not have to depend on no one.
Yeah, man. Can you hear my lord?
Yes, please.
Yeah, man. We glorify the man presence with us, my lord. We can never feel the man. You know, we give thanks to know the reality of God in flesh, you know. And we give thanks, my lord, for, you know, this understanding, understanding, overstanding, you know, the comprehension, you know, of this man, you know, where they ask, where's I God, you know, we can find that God in I self, you know, in I one another, you know. Whether we see the man, you know what I mean? The man is beside us or is far from us, you know, we know the man is with us, you know. So we give thanks, my Lord, as the man say, unity. Yeah, we all need to strive for that unity, and we all need to be that better person, that Marcus Garvey, you know, the true Garvey you would love to be, the true Emmanuel, the true Selassie in I and I, you know. So yeah, man, we have to drop the ways, those ignorant ways, and rise to that loving way, you know, that intelligent way, you know. So I give thanks, my Lord, as the man say, unity is our nice strength, you know. So that we need to all fight for, my Lord, is unity, you know. Yeah, unity to say and I freedom, my Lord, you know. Yeah, unity to say and I repatriation, you know. Yeah, my Lord. So we give thanks for the unity within the house, within the brotherhood, the respect, the love, you know, to say that we profess we're praising this man, Selassie, you know, but the works that we do, let it match, you know, let us match what is, you know, worthy of praise, my Lord, you know, in the eyes of our Father, you know. So give thanks to our Father, Earth Day, my Lord, Earth Light, you know, celebration. And we give thanks that we are in this time, you know, to witness such manifestation, you know. You see it, so I glorify my Lord and let my words be few. Bless up the whole family, you know, and let the truth, you know, let us live in truth. Let us live this life of Bobo Shanty in love. Love one another, said the Lord our God. Holy Emmanuel, Selassie,
Yeah.
yeah,
Rastafari.
Rastafari. Love, my Lord and Empress. Blessed love, Majesty.
Lord.
Each and
Give thanks for the honorable
Empress.
peace. Give
Blessed.
thanks for the honorable peace in the land, you know. Then you say it's not an illusion. You know, some of us are there and some of us are here. It's just a matter of time. And we see honorable priest.
Anton.
That's the way. Royal Tech. It take the word out of my mouth.
And after that, Priest Nappy after him. Priest Mark, I think. And Priest Mark and then Priest Nappy.
Okay. And I'm free up the camera. Celebration time. We want to see each other. When the mist have roll away, we know each other better. My Lord. And I have a priest Anton.
Oh, blessed love. No. My Lord, blessed love, Bobo.
And I have a praise, blessed love. You know, I hear you too loud. Oh, there you go. Rastafari.
My Lord, heartily love and celebration going through the earth, my Lord and Empress.
Blessed love.
Give thanks, you know, and I King, you know, come to free up barriers of bondage and captivity, you know, take kind of out of the pits, you know, out of the depths, you know. Come and rise with thy bones, you know, and praise him, you know, praise him in wholeheartedness. You know, Holy Emmanuel, Selassie.
Yeah. Rastafari.
The voice of the people is the voice of God in righteousness and holiness, you know. Up you mighty ways, you can accomplish what you will. Jehovah.
Rastafari.
My Lord. You want to
my Lord.
My Lord and Empress, you know, just here in South Carolina. You know, I try to fight the good fight. Everything humble, the family getting big. That's my Lord.
Give thanks, my Lord.
My Lord.
Give thanks. You know it is with our family, our battlefield. But they are winning. They are winning. You know, and we are coming together. That's why we just send out the link to the eye. Because this is the thing, it strengthens our morality, our moral values, our internal, a sense of well-being, a sense of progress. You know what I say, my Lord? And these are the internal qualities. Well, we could have said, we'd have said reverence in the following universally. But this actually is it. Look where they are in South Carolina, and next one in Florida. Man, they are Africa, and man, they are England, man, they are Miami. And so we actually seen it in a reality, in our face. You know that way, say, my Lord, so that we recognize how Father is with us, And you know, when we send out the link, come on, it will strengthen us our virtue, because we are on the mission, you know, my Lord.
Yes,
Give
my
thanks.
Lord. My Lord.
Rastafari.
My Lord. Give thanks for such words, my Lord.
My Lord. Honorable Priest Mark, my Lord. Majesty bless.
Bless the love, royal family. Black
My
Otter love, my
Lord.
Lord and Empress, Prince and Princesses. Black Otter celebration today. Black House of Israelites universally, internationally. Bless the love again.
My Lord, blessed love, Priest Mark.
Honorable warrior from down in the SA. How you doing, my Lord?
Love, good to hear your voice, Jaja. Peace and love, my Lord. Go through.
And Priest Mark, glorify the man, Daniel. Glorify, go through.
Glorify my Lord, seeing the again, just we don't work kind of things, a little sweaty and a vest, but I know I have to keep myself intact with Bobo Shanty business because it's black people business uniquely, the whole of business, because to bring forward international world peace. This is the tradition here, This is the way and this is the truth and this is the light, So give thanks again, for the celebration. Give thanks to all loved ones in Rastafari who gather up on this platform here to extend the salutation, the greetings and the love. Even another 4 weeks earth. The mission that the preaching of the gospel will be soon over all over the earth, So give thanks, this EABIC, International Network of Repatriation that cannot be removed. Give thanks to the Elders Council and the man those who make it possible. Give thanks to the chair. Give thanks to Honorable Peace Ainsley and all else likewise, who make it possible. Priest Earl and Blazy, Priest Daniel, even though he might be a youth with I and I, in before he's an elder in comparison. So in born
Tell
and
them
grown,
what I go on, Dada. Tell them what I go on. Elder.
To the elders there because the man said the elders know the way, and I youth are the strength. So I just hear a bell, line upon line, precepts and precepts with the Black Christ Alvin teach him when I to remember. So give thanks to His Majesty because King Emmanuel ever adore His Majesty. When they look at King Emmanuel, you always say, so we give thanks, for this opportunity. We can exalt His Majesty in highest, 4 wings of the earth, and refine, with holy psalms and chant and upful reasoning one to another and other members. So these 2 modes of enlightenment, I man do give thanks, give thanks to everything that has been said and all progressiveness, which is to be done. Yeah, man, one by one, and I go full of the heart, So back at love to the house of His Majesty. Blessed love, my Lord.
Work, man, in Christ. Glorify.
Blessed love, blessed.
Miss Ainsley,
Honorable Empress.
before Priest Nappy comes before we bring Sister Rachel, Empress Cindy.
Empress Rachel and Empress Cindy. Yes, freedom, royal.
Blessed love, my Lord. Blessed love, my Lord and Empress.
Blessed
love. Blessed love.
Empress Rachel.
I'm trying to use my GPS.
Yes. Oh, you all here in the eye? Blessed love.
Yes, we are hearing you.
Give thanks to the celebration moving forward, Give thanks to the Blessed Heart of Bondi, to the Honorable God and Emperor HAILE Selassie, 152 years. Give thanks to the love and all the reasoning that is being shared. And we shall have a grand time because we are having a grand time. So I have a nice little quote here from the Emperor HAILE Selassie, and it goes like this. Knowledge paves the way to love, and love in its turn foster understanding and leads one along the path of great common achievement. And what we are doing here, the I and them doing on the Elder Council, is a great common achievement. So give thanks, Honorable IMC, for bringing forward the 21st day too, and this blessed first time, you know, being among the eye. So much of us, oh God, my lovers, blessed love, blessed love, blessed love. Give thanks to being among the eye and them on this special day. So this is just me. So heart of love, 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 love. Blessed love, my Lord and Empresses. Blessed love.
Empress Cindy, you said you were using your GPS?
Some of the things.
No.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, Empress Cindy.
Blessed love, my Lord and Empress. Give thanks for this wonderful occasion of love and unity, Black love and unity. And I just want to give thanks again to the Elders Council for putting forth such a wonderful program today, you know, where we can come together and share our love for His Imperial Majesty, for His Earth Light, you know, 132 years. And yeah, just let's keep this unity and this Black love, keep going strong, and, you know, reach out to one another, you know, not just on days like this, but reach out to one another to make sure that we all doing good, you know. And I just want to say, you know, blessed love to the Royal House and love to one and all. Give thanks.
Bless.
Priest Earl has his hand up.
And I have a Priest Earl.
And then Krishna.
Yes, Royal family. Yes, when have the thing on my phone, read it. Yeah, you know, it give me a little shake up there. But I want to kind of elaborate upon the difference amongst I and I, you know? The difference. Yeah.
Priest Earl, 1 second. Because you are closing the program, if you would allow Priest Snappy to go, and then you can come in so that you can.
All right, Roy, I got it. One perfect love.
One perfect love, Majesty. Priest Snappy?
Yes, worthy family, give thanks. Faith and occasion, you know. Well, when I speak, I can just give up what I testimonies when it comes to the king, you know. Because I guess I was like about 70 in them time there, and I go school and was living in the Bronx. Yeah, we were living in the Bronx at that time, you know, in New York. And upstairs, I hear a brethren attack downstairs, and I say, oh, we're looking at Psalms 87, and you say God's name. Yeah, that's a tell you, say, out of Ethiopia, God will come from. And I quick go in at my mother's room and go take out her Bible and go read Psalms 87. And from that, it draw interest to His Majesty, you know. Right thereafter, I think it was like 1974 now that they said that in pass on, right? And I remember I go to the grocery store with my old lady and see on the newspaper about the mysterious interview that this man had with HAILE Selassie, you know, and his name was Herbert Armstrong, which is a well-known preacher in New York, or in America at that time, well-known about the big one, them Oral Roberts and all of them. It was well-known, you know, so he said when him say a man like HAILE Selassie came and have some title where him say, boy, no man on earth have that, but Christ alone to have them title there. Him say, mad manage it. And say, boy, he want to have a interview with His Majesty, you know. And they gave him request for an interview, and when them request, you know, him request, them tell him certain things that him need to do. So him say, boy, no, I'm not doing all of them things. No, God Almighty and Christ alone, me will do them things therefore. So them deny him the interview. And him go on, and him say, all right. I need to really get the interview. I just want to get my foot through the door. All right, I will grant you the request to do what you tell me to do. That when I come in, I will see 3 red pillar and I kneel on before the first one and get up again and kneel on before the second one and get up again and kneel on before the third one. And then you direct your question to the king. And him say, all right. He say, in himself, him not going to do that. But he just want to get through the door. And him say, on the day of the interview, and him go through the door, him just walk past the first red pillar. And him says like something magical him would have declared. Where like something put him down on him knees at the second pillar. And it's like him gone into one different dimension. Where all him can remember, one of the minister from His Majesty come and tap him on the shoulder, say, the interview is done, so your time is up. You know? So, I know this man is a mystical man. This is the one where come and lift you up out of, and make you come see the kingliness in ourselves. The most important power where we see the royalty in ourselves is when the king come. You know, so, yeah, man, him a rock and with salvation. You know, me a day. So we glorify the king and we just make the king proud when we live good with each other, you know, not just glorify the king, but glorify the message where the king come with. You know, not just the messenger, but the message. And that's where we get thrown off a lot of time. We get too caught up and think on the messenger, and not the message. You know, so I'm saying once you do the message, you know, you're doing way. You know what I mean? So one out of love to each and everyone, my Lord, you know, give thanks to the King again and give thanks to you and I here today, you know? Blessed love.
My Lord, give thanks and snappy. And before me turn it over to priest to close it off and with the closing reasoning, I just would I like to get to say what the honorable priest said, the last words, and the message. And the message we want to convey today. Yes, man of right is God in flesh. Yes, woman of right is God in flesh. Yes, God dwell in all flesh. And let me make that a kind of reality checks in our internal moving forward and aspects. Let me go out the road. You know, say, enough time God talk to us and we don't really say, wait. You know, so much so, we who are like-minded, you know, practice that, honorable priest, not to say that patience, that tolerance, we to get on a common ground, you know. So that is the message that we are like going forward today. You know, the relevance of his speeches pointing us for internal growth. Majesty bless, my Lord.
Empress Cindy's hand is up.
Yes, Honorable. I just have a quick little story to tell the them. In 2006, my dad and I were traveling and we were on a plane headed to our destination. So I turned on my laptop and at the time I had a picture of His Majesty, Her Majesty saved as a screensaver. So my dad, you know, he leaned over and he said, "What is that?" I said, "That's my computer." He said, "I know that man." And I said, "You do?" I said, "What's his name?" And my father was 84 at the time. He said, "That's HAILE Selassie." I said, "Dad, you know about HAILE Selassie?" He said, "Yeah, I know HAILE Selassie." So he was like, "Well, why do you have him on your screensaver?" And I said, "Because, you know, that's my God and my King." And he just looked at me and he smiled. But I just remember him just, you know, telling me that's HAILE Selassie. And I never knew anyone in my family would have known HAILE Selassie. So I just had to share that with the ISO.
Rastafari. Rastafari.
Honorable priest, sir.
Yes, royal family. You know, or, yeah, true. I'd have to bring up the reading, you know, so I love how the I kind of redo the high one, you know what I mean? Yeah, well, I never really get to do that, but I just love how the I did kind of redo the iPhone, you know what I mean? Yeah, as he said, we have taken comfort and encouragement from the lesson of the past. We know that there are differences amongst us. So, you know what I mean? Sometimes, you know, identify the differences and things like that. You know what I mean? We have differences amongst us. You know what I mean? You know, sometimes a man talk, another man don't agree with it. That is one of the also the differences. You know what I mean? It's a distinctive value, special attribute. But we also know that there are unity. Yeah, that there are unity and it can be and has been attained among man. When men they are saying about two Rastaman always, you know, say man, you know, amongst, you know, man of the most desperate origin, you know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? The emperor speech here, so still I show you say it is possible. Although we have difference amongst I and I self, like how we just speak about the hardline parliament, which is our beautiful brethren them said we, is on that these brethren sometimes we just have differences, just like how I have differences. So, you know, unity are the only goal where a man must know, say, put away our differences when we are dealing with the emperor now. You know what I mean? We make the emperor be that Shekinah light. That means what he say, I and I say, what him do, I and I do. Because, you know, we have our own personal way. But true, it's a special day today. And, you know, everyone give thanks to everyone different rendition of, you know, how them really see His Majesty. But we don't want to, when we leave now, we make us 2 steps forward. You know what I mean? Yes, my Lord. One perfect love.
Never mind.
To the chair.
Yes, Honorable Emperor.
Empress Charlene Wilshire is in, and Priest Lamont just came in.
Honorable Prophet.
So this is cooking, and you know, Priest Ainsley Derek gone since morning to paint the stones and to fix up the tabernacle for you. We coming here. I'm hoping to be
right.
Okay. I will show when he comes home later, and told him I listened the reasoning for a short time because I had to prepare meals, and I now came back. At 5 years old, going to primary school, I went round to Queen's Park, Savannah with my mates, schoolmates, and I waved the Trinidad and Tobago flag for Selassie. So I never forgot that. Love you all.
Give thanks, Empress. And when the brethren come and tell the priest, they say, bless. Give thanks for the workman in us all. Because the brethren got up at the camp to strengthen man them up there, you know?
Yes.
Yes, give thanks. Give thanks. Who is here again? Empress Trisha.
Priest Lamont.
Yes.
Honorable Priest Lamont, co-chair, my Lord. Welcome. You know, my Paul will say, so the floor is there, my Lord.
Thank you very much, Honorable Royal Chair. Let me say love and greetings to the royal family. Thanks that, you know, the item pushing on, you know, steadfastly. Yes, Majesty, I just came in and I have not heard much of what was said. So if you could just give me a pointer, you know, but I just want to say generally, you know, all powers, you know, to I and I moving on in the celebratory time, you know, we just give thanks that we are still together, you know, man, so we are here together again, you know, just praising Jah. And the more we are together, the happier we shall be, my Lord and Empress. If there's anything that I them would like I to comment on, then the item would have to give me a little, you know, more, you know, fullness of what, you know, was being discussed. But
well,
give thanks, my Lord.
Majesty bless. Give thanks, Honorable Priest Lamont, co-chair. Well, the theme of the reason, my Lord, was seeing the sevenfold way that reason that we quoted where we showed the biography of His Majesty, and in the beginning we showed where the relevance where His Majesty is actually the incarnation of the Ark of the Covenant, according to the Keep and the Guards when you read it. So his words are prophetic, and then we went on to show his words how prophetic and even far-reaching even unto this time, where we just said some different quotes and of his speech and then elaborated on it and really look into it to really show forward the message that we are showing is the internal God and the importance of that building of character and morality and integrity within itself as a God, as a goddess, and then recognizing that same when you touch him and feel that wonderful power inside of yourself, that power is inside of us all, and that is the key part we're trying to show forward. That's how I get it in a brief word. So if any other one want to elaborate and show Honorable Priest Lamont, or if I get my Lord.
Oh, your arm went mute a while ago, Honorable Priest.
Oh yeah. All right. So the floor open, my Lord and Empress, and then if no one, then Priest Lamont freedom to express on what I show him. So I want to
All right, give thanks, Majesty. I glorify, the fullness of the reasoning as our culture from King Emmanuel and the old Bobo Shanty tradition is God in man, righteous man is God in flesh. And that is the aim that the Father had in his own work to bring I and I to that fullness, that consciousness, that as we move through life and liberty, it's not just to focus on him sitting up there in the throne and say, Jah up there, but to see Jah everywhere you are in yourself, in I and I self, that we can manifest that. And when we look at the similarity as they put, or the sameness of the Majesty to the Ark of the Covenant, of course it has to be so, because when we read of the Ark of the Covenant, we see where in it is endowed and empowered the whole majesty and glory and strength of the Almighty. So the Ark is really the representation of the God himself. And so the Majesty being revealed would have to be that same identity as the Ark of the Covenant, because he in fact is the Ark. And when we talk about the Ark, the word in its own meaning, that is really what it is: a shelter, a haven, all saving place. And of course that again brings us to the reality again of the word, because the Ark is a word, and all that we ascribe unto it is based on what we see the word as and what we understand it as. And that word, that same word, is the word that creates and can destroy, and is the word that is in I and I. So it's the same word. And when we understand the word in I and I as the almighty divine power, and then we realize that we are a speaker, then we know that we are like the only begotten, because the only begotten of the Father, it was just according to how we understood the word, and he was identifying himself as one of the only begotten according to his work and his word. But it did not limit that he is the only son, and there's no other begotten son. But he was telling you of his word. He's the only begotten. But that it's not limited to him as a power, as a God. It's to I and I as well to see that same power in us and to make it work for us. Because over the years, I always say, I say, righteous man is God in flesh, and man of God, and we are God. And it becomes so casual that we don't realize that it is something that you have to internalize and let manifest, first of all, for yourself. And that is why sometimes we see certain things, we see people manifest, and we say, oh, it's a miracle. And a man can come and he can lay his hand on someone and he can pray. And of course, that person can get some amount of relief from whatever suffering. And it's because of how we understand the word in himself and make that word, which is the God, manifest. I think we, as priests and holy treaders, we need to come more aware of that part of God in man. How to be that and how to make that God in you work, first of all, for you to do the things that are beyond what you would look for the normal man to do. If God cannot do what is presumably only natural, then people wouldn't need God. You need God because there is something that he can do that we say that God power can do. And when you internalize that God power, then you realize that you don't need God somewhere else. Rely on that God in you. That is how I understand the teaching. And that is how I understand his majesty and the art and him being God incarnate.
Rastafari. Yes.
My Lord and Empress.
Yes, my Lord. To give thanks to the Honorable Co-Chair, Honorable Priest Lamont, for such a clearance. And you can see the one God in us all, and the priest coming and, same page we are. So, my Lord and Empress, and I give thanks. We say the Research Action Committee of the EABC Council of Elders. I'd like to thank everyone who took time out of their busy schedule to join us today as we continue to build a unity bridge amongst I and I. And again, that quote what the Empress made from so long, a couple of weeks ago, true change, enduring change, takes one step at a time. Holy Emmanuel, Selassie, Rastafari. That's all right. You want me to read that royal text?
My Lord, Honorable.
Blessed.
We can close out.
Okay. Yes.
Honorable.
Yes, blessed love.
Honorable Priest, my Lord.
Yes, my Lord.
Yeah, if I may say something, I just hear a little piece that came off for a little while, right? But Wheeler's trying to get in contact with you and I tell him where you are presently, right? So I give him your number.
All right.
But what the Honorable Priest, Honorable Professor Lamont was saying, right? I just hear a little piece of it. But I think being God is natural. It is not supernatural. I just think it's a natural thing to be God with a natural way. But it took God away from us to make it look like it was a supernatural thing or something so subliminal, you know that way? I think it's just a natural thing to be a God in a man. We never had the information and we was living in darkness. And when that light came into us, well, I think for most people I know who make people realize they are God was King Emmanuel VII. Even from I was now being a warrior, I never used to learn that from His Imperial Majesty. And then I started watching of the Right Honorable Prophet Marcus Messiah Garvey, and I saw that, but who enlightened me and allowed me to be able to understand that totally was King Emmanuel. And I think it's a natural thing. I don't think it's a supernatural thing.
Give
To
thanks.
be God and to find the God in man's uplift with each other's, intelligence. It's just a form of growth, and development and evolving into that stage, like an infant, adult, a parent, a professor, a scholar, a genius, it's just different stages. But I don't think it's a supernatural power. That's something that you have to have the understanding to be, my Lord and Majesty. I'm not putting down the Right Honorable Professor because he teaches us a lot. But that was just my comment on that part of the speech.
My Lord.
My Lord and Majesty.
Yeah. Well, an upcoming international priest region will be calling soon. So we will call on each and everyone so we can even solidify, our going forward as priests and priests. So that is something I put in there. So, Honorable Priest Knuckles, you can close us off for this morning period of celebration. Celebration, my Lord and Majesty. Celebration reason.
Give thanks, Honorable Chair.
My Lord.
We give thanks for life once again and this moment in life, Give thanks a wonderful day of our beginning celebration for our mighty King of Kings. Mr. Mighty one day alone now go do, So we give thanks. We start from today. We give thanks to all the souls that are gathered, attending unto the right and to ministering unto life. And say make us priests after the order of Melchizedek. To minister to life. Mean to teach the word of understanding. That one can be uplifted, and live to a unity amongst ourselves to achieve the goal. And the more we are together, the more we can manifest the thing that we're trying to achieve. And unity is a must. It's not a choice anymore. So nothing can stop that. From we won't say we are gods and we are going to fulfill it, Well, Emmanuel, I, Selassie, Rastafari. So to ask the royal reverence in the virtual court of the Black God of Zion, Glory be unto our Father, and to the Son, to the Holy One of creation. As Jah was in the beginning, it's now and ever shall be, Jah world without end. Selassie, Jah, Rastafari. We shall come with joy and gladness. We shall gather around his throne. Face to face that those that love us, we shall know as we are known. And the song of our redemption shall resound through endless days. We shall know each other better when the mists of colonialism have rolled away. Thus said the Black God of Israel, Holy Emmanuel, I, Selassie, Give thanks to the gathering, give thanks to the unity, and give thanks to the goal that we are going to accomplish to the will of our Father, the workman in us all, Go and bring one unity to the Black House of Ethiopia for Black International Congress. One God and one love. Holy Emmanuel, I, Selassie, Rastafari. Blessed guidance and love to one and all, my Lord and Empress. Blessed.
Blessed love. My Lord and Empress.
Blessed love, my Lord and Empress.
All heart celebration. And love
Yes,
one
Royal.
person.
Yes, my Lord and Majesty, give
All
thanks.
of the love. All your family, give thanks. Bless the Lord, man.
The Archangel of His Mother. I speak
Heart of celebration.
Mama Miriam. Celebration to one and all. God and God is
my tongue is up already righteous.
Bless I.
Thou art feared than the children of men.
Mama Miriam, we're not seeing you.
Grace is poured out unto thy lips. Therefore God hath blessed thee forever.
Bless thee forever.
Word I sowed upon thy thigh, O thou most mighty. and its glory and majesty. And in thy majesty right prosperously because of mercy and truth and meekness, say the Holy One of creation. Holy Emmanuel,
Manai, Madoni,
Rastafari. My Lord, blessed love. Mama.
Blessed love.
Blessed love, Empress.
Miriam, we're not seeing
Blessed
you.
love, Mama. give thanks, my Lord, for the closing hymn. And we next. Give thanks, Lord, said and done, beloved. At love and blessed. Yeah. And blessed celebration. Hey. Yeah, my Lord.
Adigan. Prince Adigan, blessed love. Happy celebration.
Blessed love. God is love, so let us know and love. Holy eye.
Rastafari.
Thank for the royal empresses who
Yes,
stand
my
up.
Lord and empresses, give thanks to yet another day of reasonment. We give thanks to all that been said and done. Give thanks to all my brothers and sisters in Christ, you know. Ja, or
German, Priest German.
Yes, honorable.
Celebration in New York.
Well, actually, they're having a celebration in Philly. We actually going over the 27th. Yeah, so we're gonna be over in Philly for the 27th. This Sabbath coming.
Blessed love.
Yes.
Is Miami having anything? Priest Knuckles?
No, just a gathering amongst the priests there.
Well, you're having something.
Priest Adigan.
Say that again.
Adigan. Anything in England? What go on in England?
My Lord.
All right.
Priest Adigan like him far from him phone.
Who are you talking to me, my Lord?
Priest Adigan.
Oh, no.
Honor Priest Daniel.
Yeah, man.
There.
So your finger ready?
I think that election from yesterday, and you almost see it and yeah, I made you caught yesterday my finger.
All right, so if anything, we can come fling to a word on the finger them, the celebration.
No finger.
Yeah, man, one perfect love.
Yeah, P7, you're coming up. P7, you're coming up.
Yes, trying to make plans too, you know.
All right.
It's so good to be
3 o'clock. 3 o'clock we rising.
Yes, sir.
3 o'clock we rising. I don't know night thing. 3 in the evening, all right.
Yes, sir. I am being order.
Yeah. Priest Adigan, anything in England?
No, not to my knowledge right now.
Yeah, say.
If you don't know it, it's not there. So.
Priest Adigan, you sure say you that?
Eh?
You sure say you that and you look a brother?
Whatever young.
Tonight you.
Yeah, man.
You find it, my lad. You find the fountain. Is that word that flow from Emmanuel's mouth, don't it?
Yes,
Please Anton, my Lord. Yeah, Anton.
My Lord, bless the love, peace, German, and everything. We want the celebration, man.
What a celebration, God. It's time to the eye, my Lord, believe you me.
Yes,
the celebration so far.
Yeah, we're seeing that.
Just a little princess there.
Priest Trevor still down in South Carolina?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm still in South Carolina, Chris, in Colombia, yeah.
When you see him, tell him I say bless.
Yeah, yes, my Lord. Yes, my Lord.
I Jamoni, any celebration? I Jamoni. I go on to South Africa.
Okay.
My knowledge, honorable, but you're saying at that side of Chakan is the brethren God yeah, what funny under the western key of nothing is really happening, honorable. That's why all that
My Lord and Empress. I go rock some like Congo in Trinidad, said we. Yeah.
Yes, my Lord.
The fire burning.